How do you feel that AI is it's just here now?
What do you mean?
Like
at schools?
it's at schools, it's in music, it's in books. Because I recently have gotten into this one group. It's like a K-pop girl group.
Okay.
And their name is aespa, and I love them. Sorry, bleep that. I love them so much.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the members is AI generated.
That is really scary.
Right?
I didn't know that.
I guess they wanted her to be the perfect K-pop idol. And so they got, I guess, what they view as the perfect Korean woman, and they made her. And her voice is a mixture of all the members' voices. And her name is Navis, and she's having a comeback soon.
What does she look like? I'm picturing... Did you ever see that obviously fake influencer? What was her name? Michaela?
Oh, yeah.
Like that? Does she look like that, or does she
that.
look like a person? Oh, no. She looks like a... Whoa.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. I'm looking at pictures of her right now, and there's like a second where I'm like, yeah, that looks like a fake person. But then also I'm like, whoa, that looks like it could be a real person.
I'm pretty sure this was her debut.
So what do people feel about it?
People hate her.
Really?
It's just kind of like, why are you here?
Yeah, because there are so many very talented people who could be her.
But you know what's crazy though? Because like, to put that aside, now that like VTubers are really big.
Those are fake people, right?
It's like you have an avatar and you move, but the avatar moves with you. So motion captures you.
Okay. But it's a person?
But it's a person behind that.
Okay.
So they just put it so they don't have to show their face. There's an entire K-pop boy band where it's all VTubers. And they just wear an entire suit of motion capture. And that's just them. But it's their voices.
Okay.
But not their face.
See, that one I'm more okay with. I don't know. Like,
You want to see it?
It's honestly kind of scaring me because it's like you're not even required to be okay, how do I describe it? It's like, let's say that I'm working super hard to be an artist.
Yes.
And it's like everyone is obsessed with the fake artist. And they're like, oh, but she's so much better. She's a freaking robot. Of course she would be better, you know? She's, engineered to be perfect. I have no idea what these people sound like, so I don't know if they actually are.
I can show you after.
Talented, but
it's weird. It's weird because even with that boy group, which this is them.
Okay, Slay. What are they called?
Plave. But even with this boy group, like it's them, they're singing, but because motion capture isn't perfect, their movements aren't really that good.
Oh, okay.
So it's just kind of like I wanted to see the choreography, but it's just not really looking great. But then they collab with a lot of other groups, and they look kind of slay when they collab because the people are actually performing it the way it's supposed to be done. But then you see them, and they're kind of like fingers twisting different ways.
A little rough.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny? I think I have seen a clip or something of Plave because I was like, what's this cartoon character doing here?
Maybe I posted it. Because I've been dude, I'm in. So it's been kind of hard because I've been really into music lately. But then we're also reading like, dare I say, Bible length books. I feel like this time around it was a little easier.
We used to read more.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. I think about that a lot because I'm like, wow, I'm really enjoying like time off that we have. But it's like,
I remember that
I could be reading more.
You had mentioned that, let's test out this Thursday, be a bookish day instead of a book for a while. And then we'll go back in March because that's what you had said. Or April.
We had said 3 months. So May.
I thought you said March. So I was over here like, I'm not going to bring it up. I'm not going to bring it up because if she just wants to keep doing character AI I'm just gonna do character AI.
We're just gonna keep it up.
I open my door and I'm just like, oh my god, sunlight! I can actually go out now. I have time, but maybe over the summer I would like to
read more.
Yeah, but who knows? Whatever we decide.
No promises, because sometimes we change our mind.
Oh my gosh. All the time we change our mind. We're such mood readers, but also just go with the flow, you know?
Yeah.
It's the end of March. It's the end of our birth month.
So this sign behind us that says happy birthday will be coming down after this episode.
You know what's really funny? Someday between March 1st and March 31st, it was our birthdays.
It was.
But you'll never know when. Did we ever mention it?
I think they'll know.
They won't know. They won't know. It's somewhere in there.
How was your birthday?
My birthday was good. My sister and my cousin were like, what do you want to do? Do you want to go somewhere? Do you want to plan something? And I kind of did. Yeah. But then it was like the day before my birthday. And I was like, I never get to sleep. Yeah. So I could
tell you were very, very exhausted.
So I was like, I just don't want anyone to bother me that day. Just don't.
And I did bother you.
Thank you. No, but I was like, just don't talk to me. I'm just going to do my own thing. And that's literally what I did. Like, I slept in all day. I woke up at like 1. I ate a super late breakfast. And then I just sat in my room and existed. You don't know how much people need that sometimes.
No, I know.
That's all I did.
You just need to like recharge.
Oh my God. We here. What'd you do?
My husband planned a trip for me, not a day trip for me. And we just explored a new bakery. It was really nice. It was one where they like sit you down and everything. And after that, we went to a pier and he took me to a bookstore and I bought that big ass book.
Oh my God. What is it?
I think it's called, I don't want to butcher it. It's called Aztec Myths and Tales.
Oh, nice.
Epic Aztec Myths and Tales. I missed the epic part up here. But it just looked so nice and I was really curious about it. I haven't started reading it yet, obviously, because we were in a bit of a crunch. But and then after that, we just went to dinner and walked around somewhere. It was really fun.
That's so chill. I love that for you. Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Queen.
Sometime within this month, Yajaira and I were the same age. Now we're 1 year apart. And whoever is 1 year older, you'll never know. I think it's obvious.
I think it is obvious.
Okay. So we have reached the end of the month, meaning that we're going to talk about our book of the month, which was Dream Girl Drama by Tessa Bailey.
So right now that we're filming this, I did post a poll on our Fable account. You could find us under the Book Fix Pod and join our book club there. I did post a poll asking which book should be our next book of the month for April. Right now, the Strawberry Patch Pancake House is winning.
Love that.
But maybe I'll post another poll to see, just to see, give people a chance.
I can post it on Goodreads too. Can I just say, I really hope that wins.
Well, then maybe we
hope that wins.
We could just have that one win then.
Let's give it a few days. Because you never know. Maybe someone's going to come out and be like, this better not win.
We delete the polls. Like, whoa, what polls?
We rig our own poll.
A rigged election. What?
I am so excited for next month, whatever it might be. But I'm right here in this space.
In this moment?
Wait, where's your finger? I held, and now I'm here. I am so excited to talk about a Tessa Bailey book again.
Dude, I was so excited too. And I can't wait to bring something up.
Do you think being in this space with me at the end of our birth month, talking about what might be the best or the worst book in our opinion, will fix your life?
I'm thinking of our catalog right now, like, I do think that'll fix my life. Talking about this book.
Welcome to the Book Fix Podcast, a podcast that fixes lives one book at a time. I'm your host, Cheli.
And I'm your host, Yajaira.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. You're going to notice throughout this episode, I can't stretch my arms.
Why?
I worked out and now I'm too swole.
And you're just too
I'm too
You're
sore,
stuck in this
dude.
position.
I pointed today. If you're watching us in video, you need to watch this because I won't be able to explain. And one kid was like, where do I put my paper? And I was like, over there.
Does it actually hurt?
I can't stretch it out. Wait, pull it.
No, I'm
Me
scared.
too, because I throw treats at my kids like dogs.
What? Whoa,
No, like,
whoa.
sometimes I'll be
Back
like,
up.
okay, wait. That came out wrong. So I sometimes will ask hard questions at work, and I'm like, wow, this seems like a Jolly Rancher worth question.
Oh.
Who over here thinks they can answer the question? And then
For
all of
a
them.
Jolly Rancher, I would answer.
Yeah. So all of them will raise their hand. And today, the kid all the way at the end rose his hand, and he never does. And I chose him, and he got it. And I was like, okay. And they were like, what was that?
Yeah.
What was that motion? And I'm like, you're all 10.
Why don't you do this? Why didn't you do
aim.
under?
I can't aim. Yeah, dude, it was really hard. Me driving home, I was like a T-Rex.
That's hilarious.
I'm here, though. I'm here. And
Let's start.
can I say,
Go ahead.
what Tessa Bailey books have we read?
We did. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Okay,
Please.
I was gonna say.
Oh my god! I have
And it's
the
gone.
summer one.
The one with the
met you
guy.
last summer. No, I'm just kidding.
the summer we.
Turned pretty.
Oh, okay. The one with the guy who was a fisherman.
Yes.
The crab fisherman.
Yes. What was that one called?
The
Why can't I
summer-
remember the other title?
Can I
either?
guess? The summer we don't belong.
No.
That just looks like it fits. No, like when I close my eyes, I could see the cover, and those are the words that pop up.
For me, I'm thinking like it's a long title to it. I think it was like I met you once last
When
summer.
I met you in the.
That's
That's all you get.
It happened one summer.
It happened one summer.
And the other one was Fangirl Down.
Can I say?
But also, we read her Christmas story,
yeah,
remember?
we did.
Called,
Give me a second. Remind me the premise, and I will know the name.
it was the single mother
That said daddy.
who works at a thrift store, I think, and a big man walks
Just
in.
the biggest man you've ever seen.
Tries on jeans, can't fit in them, thighs too thick and juicy, so he would rip the jeans.
Mm.
And so she like customized the jeans
Was
for
it,
him. And it was like a very
Was it Mayhem and Merriment?
no, that's the other one.
Man, what was it called? Mistletoe and Mishap. Nope.
Maybe Christmas. Merry Ever After?
I guess so. Can I say every Tessa Bailey book we've ever read, so funny.
Yeah.
So funny. The summer one we read, the
Hilarious.
joke that will always stick with me is the fact that she lived in like an upstairs apartment.
Above the bar?
Yes, above the bar that she was fixing. And there were like rats living in there. There was one point where she was like dreaming that the rats were like gonna like kill her, I guess. And when she woke up, she's like, the Rat King. Oh my God. And everyone was like, what? Hello? That was so, her humor always gets me.
Mm-hmm.
So.
You were giggling. Cracking up.
Were you?
Was I?
I don't
No,
think
I
this
wasn't
book was
cracking up,
funny at
actually.
all. This book wasn't funny.
Oh, you didn't laugh once.
No goofs, no gaffes.
Well, I felt like I would laughed, but not because it was funny. Because it was just like a lot was happening very quickly. This book, first of all, spoilers ahead.
Yes.
This book was the most insta love book that I've ever read. The way that these characters just immediately fell in love with each other.
Yep.
At first, I meet. It was just so crazy to me because then he would be like, I would burn the world for her, basically. And it's like, dude,
What's her name?
You don't
Katie?
even dream, girl. He just called her Dream Girl, and I'm like, you don't even know this girl's name.
You don't know her.
I don't know her. Our main character's name was Sig.
Chloe. Oh.
Well, it starts with Sig, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
And he drives a truck, you know?
Ooh.
And he's on his way to meet up with his dad, who is going to be introducing him to his new girlfriend.
Yes.
But they're going to get married, though. Like, it's like serious, you know? But then on the way there, the truck breaks down.
In front of a country club.
He tries to sneak in. They're like, well, you look broke. Step aside. But then rich girl Chloe, other main character, sees him and is like, oh my God. Hey, you. Hey, you.
But the reason she does that is because she had seen him be really nice to the employees. And she's like, no one here is ever nice. And when I heard her say that, I was like, so you just like him because of the bare minimum?
Literally.
Being nice?
The bare minimum. But I mean, what would you have preferred? Would you have preferred for her to see him and be like, oh, he's poor. Look at those old jeans.
She's like, has 100 bills. Like, I'm crying.
Come
Burn
here.
it.
And so she tells the guy to let him in. He comes in. They go into like some booth or whatever, or some private room. And then she steals champagne. And that was the moment that he was really like, damn, I'm in love with this girl.
I'm in love with her.
Uh-huh.
And so I think they have a moment where they are about to kiss in the country club. Mm-hmm. But then she gets found out that she stole the champagne.
And they've always known that she's been stealing the champagne because that's like a normal occurrence for her.
So then they run for it even though they know who she is.
Yeah, because that part was a little bit funny though. When the guy was like, I mean, if you don't sign this paper, I'm just going to have to ask you tomorrow. And she's like, run, Sig, run. And then they just start running in the fields.
I hate it.
So I laugh, but like, it's not like really funny. It's just kind of like.
It was a little ridiculous.
Yeah, ridiculous is a good way to put it.
Because right after, they're looking at each other and it's just so intense.
So
and then
passionate.
The most descriptive makeout scene. They're just so into each other.
Yeah, they make
and
out.
They are like already feeling each other up. And he's like, you got to go home with me. Mm-hmm. And she's about to say yes. But then she remembers she has a commitment.
She has dinner plans.
Can I say this book did this 3 times?
What?
Where it's so painfully obvious what's about to happen.
Oh my God, yes.
You know, so then she was like, I have plans, whatever. And then it goes into her perspective. She leaves. Oh, before she leaves, he grabs her and is like, don't think you're going to leave without giving me your number, dream girl. And, you know, they exchange numbers, whatever. And I think it's really funny when she explains him. She's like, wow, he's possessive. And I hate that quality in men, but like it's kind of hot when Sig does it.
It's really hot when he does it.
Oh my God. There was a stupid line when they first kissed where she was like, you know, I haven't known this man for so long, but I could feel the vibe through his kiss that he really likes to listen to women. Or like he likes to pretend. And I'm like, how did you feel that? What was the motion where you're like, he's a feminist?
You ever just... And you're like, oh yeah, he cares about women's rights.
You kiss someone, you push them back. Wait, hold on. Do you hate women? It's like you can feel who they voted for if you kiss a certain part of their mouth. But
that would be really useful, I think.
That would be a weapon. But she feels that for him. Goes home, and then in her perspective, it's like, yeah, my mom's introducing me. Oh no, it goes to his perspective. Yeah. And he goes in the house and you see a harp there. And it's like, yeah,
she's playing it.
My daughter Chloe's gonna play us a little ditty.
And his heart stops. He's just like, well, first he was like, damn, this house is nice. Yeah. I don't think I'll be able to ever afford this. And I think he even thinks about Chloe. Like, oh, Chloe probably lives like this. She probably lives down the street or something. Yeah. I can never give her this. And then
because he's already thinking of marriage.
Yeah, he's already there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then he sees Chloe playing the harp.
And it hits both of them like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Our parents, my dad, whose name is Simon, and your mom, Sophia, are going to marry each other. And the worst part is that they are so deeply in love and they're both happy. And it's like, what do we do? What do we do?
What do we do here?
You're about to be my step-sis.
That's weird.
I remember reading the premise for this book a long time ago. I forgot about it when I picked this book up. And when I got to that point, I was like, oh my God, I don't think I can sit through an entire book that has me screaming. Because then I read your message where you were like, is this just going to be like Parent Trap?
But reverse.
They're trying to get the parents apart.
I was hoping that that's where the book would go.
I'm surprised it didn't.
Yeah, because it gave me the vibe like it would try to be like funny, you know, like, ooh, what can we do to ruin our parents' lives?
Can I say one thing I've liked about the Tessa Bailey books that we read, so Fangirl Down and What Happened That Summer? What occurred that summer? That one summer. Those two books, I felt like they did the world building pretty well. Because there would be moments in those books where the characters would walk from point A to point B, and I could like imagine the town, and I can see where they are, and I can see, because it would be like, oh yeah, and this neighbor who everyone knows comes down and she's watering plants, and it's like, I'm there. I feel it. I did not feel that with this book.
Okay.
And
I was hoping that's where you were going for, because I was like thinking, was this the world building that great here?
It wasn't, and it's weird to me because there was the whole side plot of her being a harpist, and she wanted to play for
like professionally. Yeah,
she wanted to be chair one in like the Boston whatever. The Boston Harps.
Yeah.
But then he was a hockey player who was trying to get signed into the Bearcats.
And can I just say, I thought about you while reading this book, especially the beginning, because it gave me that same feeling that you got when we read that story with the witch.
The dating... The dating one?
No, not the dating one. The dark romance one where a guy like has to go and get her to take her to the school. I forgot the title of it.
God, what? Wait, which one?
But when we did that book review, you mentioned that you didn't like how often the chapter would end in like an ominous way of like, and then I just never, and then the worst thing that could have happened. And it's just like, it's like foreshadowing what's going to happen, but it's not like the next page. It's like a little bit more down the line. You know what I mean?
It. This book would do that.
It did that, yeah, because it would be like, and I just wish I would have held Chloe just a little bit tighter.
Little did I know, my dream girl, that would be the last time I taste her lips. I'm like,
and then
I was not here.
Also, the parents are going to get married in 8 months, right? So the way that this book just like goes forward in time really threw me off, because it would be like, let's say 1 month later, and Chloe decides to leave her comfort house and goes to school in Boston.
Yes.
And she only really does it because Sig is like, I'll take care of you, baby. Don't worry. And so she gets her own apartment, but Sig is helping her pay for the apartment. I was like,
selling his stuff.
Well, yeah, we learned that later, but I was like, isn't this man broke? Okay, whatever. And so it'll jump up 1 month, and then it'll be like, okay, a small little interaction between them. 3 months later, another small interaction between them. And then I think it goes up to 5 months. And then that's, I think, the furthest we go. But I hated it because this was Insta love. But it would mention, like, for example, oh, Sig would always come over and we fall asleep on my couch, and like, or Sig knew that I wanted French toast, so he went out and got me French toast. And it's like all of these moments where they would be falling in love is happening off screen. It's like, I'm not actually getting to see these like cute moments between them, because where we're at, it's like, oh, no, girl, I can't wait to tap that. You know what I mean? It's just, and it's like this man can't just like see her, because it's like, oh my God, she's just so sexy.
I thought it was so funny though, because literally it would just be them two, and then she would go like, I kind of want you. And then she looks away and he's like, I'm losing control. I can feel myself looking, and I let myself calm down. The monster's gone. And he, me too, babe. And it's like, how long were you standing there?
He was going through like a whole like
He's
transformation.
shivering, and it's like, oh my God, this man's broken.
It's so funny.
It was so funny. I couldn't. Also, can I ask your opinion?
Okay.
How do you feel about the word panting when it's used in spicy scenes?
Panting? I like that word.
I do too.
Panting.
I hated it in this book. I hated it. Because, spoiler alert, I hated Sig.
Oh,
I
you hated Sig?
I hated him.
You hated my good friend Cigarette. Why? Why so sweet?
Okay, let's get into it.
I'm just kidding.
Her like justifications for him being a good man
We're bare minimum.
were bare minimum and low-key toxic.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, oh my God, there was this one part where this guy, a baseball player, was hitting on her. And he was like, you're lucky I'm letting you talk to her. She's mine. Stepsis. You know?
Oh my God.
So then she pulls him to the side and is like,
No, wait. You missed something very vital, though.
Oh, go ahead.
You missed something so vital. So Sig wasn't even there. He was out with his boys.
Out with the boys.
And then Chloe FaceTimes him because she got a dog.
Right.
And she's like, look at my dog. We're here out in the park. And she pans it and he sees a guy there. And he's like, who's that? And she's like, oh, it's my new friend. This baseball player, whatever his name was. Mm-hmm. And then she hangs up and she's like talking to this guy. The guy gets her number because they're going to have dog play dates, I guess.
Yeah.
And then she turns around and Sig is there. And he's like, step away from my girl. I mean,
there's 3 dogs in this park.
Oh my God.
I can't. Because after she pulls him and is like, never do that to me again. Mm-hmm. Never. And he's like, so he has a moment where he's like, if you want, you think that man can satisfy you when you've had this?
When you've had,
he does a 360. Look at it.
Look at all the material.
Look at it. What you're missing? Oh my God.
Mm.
And
but they're like kissing at this point because he's like tempting her, you know? And she's like, oh yeah, I want this. I think she had made it known already that she wants him, you know?
But then she forgave him. Oh, it's just he cares a lot. They don't even say sorry or whatever.
Sorry for what?
Right?
He's like, how many phone numbers do you have of guys who potentially could like try something like, you know, to date you or something? Mm-hmm. And she's like, I don't know, 7. He's like, for every one you delete, you're getting closer to this, baby. Like, you know what I mean? Look, I don't want to say the word, but like,
I hated it.
He was tempting her.
Yeah. It rhymes with pick. I hate that. But
with the pick? You want the pick? I hate that.
But I hated it because
why? I'm sorry. You walked into this book and you were like, "Oh, this man is gonna be a cinnamon roll."
I wanted heart.
Oh,
where was it? They just pined over each other in such a weird way, and the fact that they were so into each other and literally centimeters breathing each other's air. Yeah, they were just circulating that shit. And like, excuse me, that's your sister, stepsister. Don't forget step.
Have you seen that stupid meme?
Which one?
Where it's like a fucking cylinder of glass and it's like a crack and it's one little band-aid and it's like a water inside. Yeah. One little band-aid and it says step.
I hate it. That's Sig. He's about to lose it, dude. That's why I'm telling you. He'll sneeze. She'll say bless you. And he's like, oh my God. don't lose your cool. Don't let the monster out. The claws and everything.
Mm-hmm.
He just can't control himself.
He can. She's very beautiful.
But it's funny because she's the one who makes the first move. Because her friend,
who I think was in the other book, the au pair book, which we never read,
Tallulah.
but her friend was like, I think you just need to get it out of your system. You know, I think you guys want each other so bad because, you know, the physical is...
Can you imagine if one of us was in that situation and the other one said that?
Dude, I literally was thinking that. I was like, I'm sorry. If I was Tallulah, I would never tell you that. I would be like, girl, get yourself together.
Oh my God, you're right, Queen. Thank you. I can't imagine that. That's such bad advice.
It is really bad advice because, you think that works? Because, like, out of all of the examples in TV, when does that ever work?
Look at them, too. They're literally connected by the face. I can't even imagine why you would think saying that works.
I kind of wish that Chloe would have been the one to think that.
Yeah.
You know, to be like, oh, maybe I'm just, like, too hot and bothered by him. I just need to get it out. But
yes, but she's kind of flat.
What is the main conflict though? It's not just the parents. What else is
it?
The
fact that both of them really want to further their career, specifically Sig. He really wants to be signed for the Bearcats in hockey because even though he is a very well-known hockey player, he's not in a position where he makes a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So he really wants to be signed in.
And he wants money for his girl.
Funny, yeah, because he's like, but when I marry Chloe, who's going to raise our 7 children?
Who's going to do
all
that?
All of our nannies. But I know that that's his whole thing. And then her whole thing is more like independence and being able to like play the harp for the Boston. I think they're the Harmonics. Mm-hmm. But
also she gets this opportunity to have a mentor.
Yes.
Or mentor. I was a little bit confused. I don't understand this. Mm-hmm. And then this person is like, hey, are you sleeping with your stepbrother? Because there was an article that came out, and listen, if that's going on, I don't want anything to do with you.
So before we get to the article, can I just talk about before that article when Chloe caves in to we should sleep together, she goes into her room and starts undressing, and man, all of a sudden just monster. He's the dog. And you can hear him. He's panting, dude. This is why I didn't like how it was used. Because it wasn't used mid-sexual, like, activities. It was used when he was in dog mode. So she's over here taking off her clothes, but only showing her backside. And he can see, like, the curve of her body. Yes. Mm-hmm. And she's just kind of like, what should I wear? And he's in. Yeah. And so he keeps saying like, we can't, Chloe, dream girl, stop.
Chloe,
keep going.
Stop, please.
The part where I'm not even going to explain this too much. Read the book. But the part where she picks up his jersey and is like, that has my name on it. Put my jersey where you want me. And she does.
Yeah.
The fact that he was like, oh my God. Losing his mind.
Yeah.
This is the hottest thing I've ever seen. Can you imagine? I just did laundry. Babe.
No, but these two are very feral for one another.
Yeah.
So
he immediately walks out.
He's like,
I'm out of here.
I need a cold shower. God. Damn.
I know. Man did not recover. He was just in an ice cube. Needed to cool down.
He couldn't even get in there. He would melt that ice cube.
Boston has like a heat wave. Like, what's happening?
All because of these two. It's so funny.
My gosh. But you're right. They go through this sexual tension. And by the way, he hired a private investigator.
Oh, yes.
Because apparently his dad has been known for like stealing women's money that he marries.
Because he did that to his mom. From what he knew.
Yes.
From what he could gather of the stories his mom would tell, and she wouldn't tell him many. He was like, oh, so he dipped from this family and stole all of your money And now he's obviously going to do it again with Sophia. And so when he hired the private investigator, he was like, dig real deep because I know this man has a pattern. I know he does. And I thought it was really sad though when like he could tell that they were happy, but he was like, no,
that's fake.
There's something there.
Oh
I'm gonna crack this one.
But nothing was coming out of it, and we were like, what, 70% into this book? And I'm like, what are they gonna do? I feel like had I been Sig, I would have been doing things immediately. Why did you let it sit for so long? But they didn't even make it to the wedding. I think around month 7, they were like, they called both Chloe and Sig, who, by the way, by this time...
Stop. You're going way too fast.
Okay, by this time...
That was the night.
Yes.
That they had slept together.
The sexual tension was so high. And then there was the article that released like, step-siblings? Question mark? Step-sis loves her step-bro? And it's a picture of them making out.
No, I think it was because she always went to his games.
Every single game.
And she had a jersey with his name on it, a pink jersey. And so a reporter went up to her and asked her questions, but she didn't really think anything of it. She was just like, oh, but, love him. He's great. Love my stepbrother. And after that and the news article came out, both of their lives were like depending on them separating, the careers of their lives. And so Sig, they warned him, they were like, we will not sign you because we don't want to be associated with any like drama unless like you can, give me proof that what you're doing is not wrong. Then yeah, basically. And so he was like, oh my God, they don't want me to talk to Chloe anymore.
And same for Chloe. Her mentor was like, you're sleeping with your stepbrother. We don't want you here. And nothing had happened by this point. But, they both now know about this article. And he calls her because this was the same day before they separated that day. He was just like, you know what,
Today's the day.
Babe, congratulations. You got me.
You deleted all those numbers? All right, babe. Here's your prize.
And you know what? When I get home, babe, I'm going to rock your world. And so then the whole article happens and he calls her and is like,
dude,
if a guy asked me to not meet him at his house and meet him at a hotel and I told you that, what would you say?
How? Okay.
Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
That's so weird. And it makes me feel, if that were me, if I was Chloe and that was the dog and he told me, hey, I'm a hockey and we're stepsis that make out sometimes and they're thinking it's weird, but they don't understand our love, babe.
Can I ask something?
Go ahead.
Like, I don't know if this is mean to ask, but
no,
like, who cares? Like,
I kind of care.
No, but like, no. I mean, like, who's following this hockey player around waiting for, the stepsister is here?
But you know what? I think if this were real life and we learned that a stepbrother and a stepsister, let's say it's a celebrity, dating their stepsister. I think you and I would see that article, send it to our group chat, be like, whoa, this is crazy. Okay, what are y'all eating tonight?
Yeah.
That would be as far as it goes. But it does ruin careers, You hear about this and then it's like, oh, this brand dropped them. This brand did this. So I kind of get it. But I mean,
I kind of get it too, but I'm also like,
can you imagine the memes that would come out with that?
Dude.
Which Tessa Bailey, you had such a perfect, you're so funny. You could have made fake memes and I would have ate that shit up.
She could have done it. Damn.
But
next time.
But the fact that he was like, meet me at a hotel. Don't let anyone follow you. I get it.
He said that because he didn't want anyone, any reporters to be around. It just
No, I get it.
Snap pictures of them.
But I hate it. I can't live the Wattpad fanfic life.
You don't get it.
No, I get it. Don't let anyone follow you, babe.
And I thought it was so funny though, because when he called her, she was like, damn, he's gonna tell me that we're never gonna see each other again. She was like, I was this close to making it happen. But then when he was like, meet me at the hotel, she was like, thank God.
Dude, the sex was it was feral.
It was feral, yeah.
It was feral.
It was crazy.
You need to read the book. Because there's things that I feel like as soon as it comes out of my mouth, we're demonetized. So I'm not going to say anything, but I will say, man was panting like a dog the whole time. She was very explorative. Is that the word?
She wasn't shy.
No. I love that.
I was like, girl, have you done this before?
That's crazy. Harpists are kind of wild.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She was talented, I guess.
But I felt the love.
Did you? You're such a liar.
So as soon as an entire day of sex passes,
maybe a week. I'm just kidding.
I know they were.
It felt like a week, honestly.
It's the same thing we said in another episode. You opened the door and the heat wave just. Oh my God! It was snowing and just all of a sudden melted.
The heat wave.
That is so funny. In the news again, Boston's heat wave is just we can't predict it.
Oh, and that was that night that the parents called and they were like, "We're married."
Dude, yeah. And he immediately leaves because she cries, I think. Mm-hmm. And they're like, "Oh my God, we just slept together and that's my stepson."
And you But like, okay, but isn't it crazy though? Like,
what do you mean?
Okay, I don't know how to articulate.
What part is crazy?
I don't know how to articulate this in a way where it's not like weird. It's like, okay, so now there's a label, but you knew that it was gonna happen either way. So what does it matter? Like, okay, are you telling me that it doesn't matter because there's no label?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
No, you don't get it. I think you forgot something. That was his dream girl. His dream girl. He'd go feral for her. She breathes, he's lost.
No, but my point is why are they so like her now that it's like, oh no, she's now officially my stepsister?
Because they can never legally get married now.
But you knew that she was gonna be your stepsister.
No, but it was hot
before you know what you did.
It was hot before. Now it's not so hot anymore.
It's not so hot no more. Okay.
Hey, what would you do this weekend? I was with my stepsister. Oh, what'd you do?
Don't ask.
I can't say.
I can't say. I can't speak those words.
Little step secret. Oh my gosh. So he's given up hope.
Wait, but can I also bring up the fact that he had called his dad?
Yes.
Before this, and he was like, I love her. I love Chloe. I've never loved anyone before in my life. And the dad was like, well, I love Sophia, so. And that's your sister. Ew. And then hung up on him. That's important for later. We'll touch on that.
Okay. So he has given up, and so has she. And she's having like her last like performance and messages him like, hey, you should really come. I really need you to be here. I need you, step bro. They don't say step bro, but
oh God.
He says, I'm already headed to LA because knowing that this heartbreak was happening, he ended up signing for an LA hockey team.
Because he wanted to get away.
Yes.
But then also, wasn't she planning to like break it off with him? Because she like completely ghosted him for a minute there.
Mm-hmm. This felt like the scene of my favorite telenovela, La fea más bella. Please look up a photo. Bah! You know that scene? Spoilers. You know that scene where Jaime Camil, his character, is like, I can't stay in conceptos. I love Letty too much, and she's with Aldo.
Because he was her boss.
Yes. And so he was in that bus or that plane to leave.
To leave the city.
But then I think they call him, or she calls him and is like, I love you. Please come back. And he's telling everyone in the plane, she loves me.
She loves me. Get me off of this plane.
And it's funny because they all start cheering for him because they've been hearing his woes. And they're like, we can't let you off the plane. And he's like, this is my girl. And everyone's like, yeah, that's his girl. You gotta let him off the plane. So there's like this whole thing. That's kind of the feeling I got when Sig was in the plane for LA and he's like, guess the nice guys don't always win. And so
oh my God. Yeah, that's exactly
nice guys finish last, I guess. So,
joke's on me.
That's what I get for being nice. Oh my God. He's probably one of those guys that calls girls females.
Oh, for sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Oh, God. So he gets a call from his private investigator and he's like, it hurts too much, and hangs up on him. Or ignores the call.
For some reason, he's like, private investigator. They're married already. What do I care?
This was the third time. Because the second time was when the parents revealed that they got married early. Mm-hmm. This was the third time where it's like, it's so obvious what's about to happen. And I hated the fact that it was obvious. Like, it's okay. It's okay to let readers know when something's going to happen before the characters know.
Right.
But to me, it was so painfully obvious. How do you not know? If your private investigator calls you 34 times, my guy, it's probably because he found something.
And it's probably pretty important.
And so when he answers, the guy's like, you need to check that file I sent you. It's really important. And he's like, it hurts too much, but my curiosity.
Curiosity killed the cat, I guess.
But good thing I'm a dog, though. I know. So he opens it. And he finds out that Simon,
that little bitch, it's not his dad.
It's not. Stands up. I love my stepsister.
Actually, wait, she's not my stepsister.
Wait, clarification. Wait, hold on. I know what I said.
Wait. Also, I think it's also important to say that Simon didn't even raise him. Like we said, he dipped. He just always believed that was his dad. And he was like starting to rekindle something with him, but like
I hated
it's not his dad. So
it's not his dad. His dad is some dude named Bobby.
Who was rich.
Yes. Love that.
Love that for him.
But he get me off this plane, and they get him off, and it's like, what are you doing? You signed with LA. I don't care. The woman of my dreams, my dream girl, my stepsis, ex-stepsis,
formerly known as stepsis.
She's out there for me. I need her. And so he leaves. Mm-hmm. And so she's having her performance and is like,
her harp performance.
Yeah. And her heart's broken. And she's like, he's not going to be here. But then just like an eclipse of the light, the biggest man you've ever seen sitting in front row, holding so many flowers. And she's like, oh my God, he's here. She blinks, he's gone. That's kind of what it felt like.
But also, before he sat down, he saw his what he thought was his dad, Simon, and his wife, Sophia, where they were there.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, what are you doing here? And Sig was like, Simon, I know. The jig is up. I know.
Should have known.
Which, hello, Simon, you've always known that you're not this man's father.
Yeah.
So it's because he didn't want to tell Sophia that he's not his father.
Then you shouldn't have introduced him as your kid.
It's weird. I don't know.
That is weird. I don't see why it had to be so convoluted.
I know.
But it's funny because you introduced this as your kid and now he's dating my daughter.
Yeah.
And he's a dog.
And he's broke? Well,
oh my gosh.
At the moment.
But he has that moment, and then the daughter, Simon has the audacity. But can I still kind of be your dad though? I hope we still have a relationship.
I don't get it. I
don't even know you.
It's like if you really cared about him, then you would have already told him.
Yes.
Especially after he told you that he was in love with Chloe. Mm-hmm. You should have been like, oh, wait, you're in love with her?
So it'd be funny. Well, it's because when they see each other again, I'm trying to think of like stepbro, stepsis jokes. But honestly, to them, never meant anything. Because as soon as he mentions to her, that's not my dad, she jumps at him and just starts making out with him. Not even, everyone here thinks you're step siblings, right? You're mid make-out sesh.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Where I was like, okay, I'm so happy for the both of you, but like everyone else around you thinks you're related now.
Can you imagine?
The drama?
The dream girl drama. Oh, I get it.
Tessa, you ate with that one.
Oh my God, I'd be scared. I don't even know what I would do if I walked into a room and my friend was doing that. And I'd be like, oh my God. This is going to be awkward for family parties.
Wait, isn't that your stepbrother?
Kind of your brother? I don't know. I hate it. Because then what are they going to do at the news press? Because he does get into the Bearcats in the epilogue 5 years later. Mm-hmm. They're married. She's pregnant. Whatever.
You didn't love that? You didn't think it was beautiful? You weren't like, oh my God, she's pregnant. I thought the line.
Oh my God.
Shut up. Don't look at me. I thought the line was so cute when he was like, when he felt the baby move and he was like, I don't know how many medals he has, but he's like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever gotten in my life. I butchered that. Go read the book.
I don't care. I don't care.
A little bit.
I just think that this story happened so quickly.
Okay.
And they didn't. I wanted more.
250 pages more.
Make this a trilogy.
God.
Make every book 1 month. You know what I mean? 8 books.
Oh.
But no.
Well, technically it'd be 7.
Instead, a lot of time passed and nothing happened except for sexual tension. And then something happened the last month. Mm-hmm. I don't care. I don't care. Just one person.
Just one girl.
And the fact that it was resolved by, he's not my dad, JK. I still would be hesitant. I would be like, wait, everyone still thinks I'm your stepsister though. No, but it's good though. Like, we'll just go to the press and be like, JK's though. JK though.
He had sent the article or whatever, the DNA test, whatever it was, to his team. Because his team had told him, we will back you up if, whatever you're doing is not wrong. And so when he sent that, they were like, okay, well, back you up then because you guys aren't actually related at all.
Can you imagine, though, the Q&A after a game? Like, can you tell us that whole story? Was she your stepsister? Oh, funny story. We made out and fell in love. The first time we met, and then that same day we figured out we were step siblings
not step siblings to be because that man's not even my father.
Okay, other questions? And it's like, yes. What? What happened in your life? That's crazy to say. Mm-hmm. I ate that shit up.
There are people that fall in love and then later find out that they're siblings.
So it makes me so sad though because I don't want to scream. So it makes me so sad though because I've heard psychologically when you meet a family member,
you're like drawn to them, right, or something.
Yeah,
like
and you don't know why, and the first thing that a mind thinks is like, oh, I'm attracted
romantically,
to them.
yeah.
That's crazy.
So there have been cases of siblings who were separated at birth. Are adopted and then later on find each other.
The second book they figure out they're siblings.
Oh my God, that would be crazy.
Oh my God.
It makes me sad though. For those cases, because usually the ones that I've seen, they're already kids in. You know what I mean? They already have kids and everything.
That's, you know what though? That's more common than you think, I guess. Because I knew someone. I knew someone who, not her, not her parents, but her grandparents. They were separated really young because they were brother and sister. They were separated really young, and one of them got to work and make it in a pretty like good place in their life, like good status. And the other one kind of lived in like a poor farm area. And they ended up just randomly at a store, met each other and fell in love.
Whoa.
And then I guess it was like, I forget how she had said it, but I guess someone in their family had passed. And then they were like, that was my aunt. No, that was my aunt. And then they they started like tracing each other's like, well, where were you born? What? And the thing is, how did you not ask them beforehand about their life, like how they grew up?
Yeah, that's true.
That feels like you would have been, unless they did tell you and you're like, oh, sick, me too. But they were already like 3 kids in, and we're like, well, we can't do anything.
Yeah, like
we're already
established, I guess.
But that's a weird thing. That's a weird conversation.
It's weird that it happened. It's happened more than once, you know?
Yes. If I were in that situation of insta attraction, because insta love is crazy, and I figured out that my parent was going to marry their parent, I think for me, it would instantly be like, okay, nope.
Yeah?
Yes. Months later, I figure out that's not their dad, and I'm like,
wait, hold on.
Hey, haha, it's me.
Hey, you up?
That's so funny.
Yeah, I think I don't know. That's just a lot. Especially because both of them are so in the public eye. Oh, it's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. But I don't know something about it.
Something about Sig, though. I don't know.
Oh my God. E-cigarette. I can't. Out of both characters, who did you like the most?
Ooh, so hard.
So hard.
They're just both so great. I guess Sig. Chloe, I found her funny at some points, especially because she was so, like, in the beginning when she was so excited to do her own laundry. Yeah. She was like, wait, I get to do my laundry? when she goes to the apartment, when she's apartment hunting, and the landlord's like, oh yeah, here's the laundry. And she's like, oh, and who does it? You. And she's like, wait, what?
But I kind of loved it though, because there would be moments where she was like, yeah, I've missed rent like 3 times out of the 6 times I've been here, like the 6 months. And it's like, that's half.
Yeah. But then it's funny because she's like, and people say that it's super important to pay your rent on time, but like so far I haven't noticed why.
That is really
funny. But it's
funny.
because Sig will pay it for her. Yeah. Like if she's late, he'll just do it for her.
And she even told her landlord, like, you have to understand, I bought 3 eye creams.
And he's like, I can't just buy one because I have to test them out.
I can't believe it. I love that there was still like the trace of her being rich. You know what I mean? And the fact that she was like, being poor is hard. You have to pay for everything. Oh my God.
I thought those parts were funny. And then I don't know, like there were moments where I do agree with you that Sig was obviously toxic. But I don't know. I was just like, I kind of like him. He's whatever.
I get it.
I liked that he was so like obsessed with her, you know? Get you a man who's obsessed with you.
Get you a man that'll fucking bark at a man to scare him off.
Who'll howl at the moon for you.
Babe, go to sleep. I howl, it howls back.
I just wish I would have seen those moments of them falling in love. This man literally drove hours to go and pick up her lucky blouse.
Yes.
If that's not love, what is?
That's 14 hours.
Yeah.
The whole time.
In his dusty truck. How did he even make it?
I know. I can't. Overall, for book of the month, I think a pretty funny pick. I think we would have read this eventually.
Yeah.
Had we given it time.
I think so too.
I think before I came here, I would have given it a 2.
Wow, a 2.
Because I was not feeling it. But after talking about it, I think vibes alone, it was pretty strong. I think I would give it.
It's just like funny in a ridiculous way.
Yes, I totally agree. This is a good book to recommend to someone who wants to get into books but isn't taking it too seriously.
Yeah, and I completely agree with you when you mentioned that it reminds you of kind of like a telenovela vibe.
Yeah.
I had the exact same feeling. I was like, this is so like telenovela coded.
But I love it.
Yeah, same.
I think I would give it just a straight 3. It was a good read. I finished this book at like 5 a.m.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And
Did you sleep? Next question.
I know. No, I did. But I woke up really early and I was like, I gotta know what happened.
I don't know what happens to Sig and Chloe.
And when you wake up in the morning, you're moving at like -2 miles an hour. And I was over here like very little steps and I'm like, ooh, it's getting juicy. And it's funny because it was like the spicy part and it's like echoing through my house. And I'm like, please, no one wake up.
Oh my God, that's so funny because I was listening to the spicy scene too when I was doing laundry. So I have to like go outside, obviously.
Yeah.
And, I was like, I hope my neighbors can't hear how spicy this is.
And they're like, wait, is that Dream Girl drama?
Dream Girl drama. Turn it up, girl. Turn it up. My favorite part.
Love that. I love that.
I was kind of feeling the same as you. Not that I was going to give it a 2, but I feel like, I don't know, because I don't think it's strong enough for a 4, but a 2 feels too low to me.
I get it.
So like, I think I would give it like a 3.25, 3.5,
Okay.
Like on Fable, because I think on Fable you can do that.
Yeah.
Because it was funny. And they were cute sometimes.
I loved this for our pick. I think it was amazing.
Fun. Mm-hmm.
If you want to take part in our next book of the month, the polls are still up for April. Mm-hmm. This is coming out March 28th, and I'm pretty sure the polls end the end of March.
Yeah.
March 31st. Mm-hmm. So go pick, because right now the Strawberry Patch, the Dream Harbor book is winning.
Strawberry Pancake House, I think.
Please pick that one.
Please pick that one.
I'm really excited. I don't know if they know this, but we're citizens of Dream Harbor. Look at
us. Face card. I use that term, face card. Face card doesn't decline. Thank you.
Wow. Oh my God, I learned something.
I thought you would know that because you work with young generation.
All they say is skibbity.
Still?
They still say skibbity. I'll be like, okay, everyone, when you hear your name, say here. Dory, whatever. Like, skibbity. And I'm just like, that's not here. That's not here. I just walked in. Why is that your first word to me? I can't
with that word.
Yeah, and it's funny because before class starts, I meet them at the door and I go like, I say good morning to each of them. So they're, good morning, how are you? Good morning. And they'll just be like, oh, Ohio Riz, skibbity. And I'm just like, I'm just hanging on by a thread here.
I don't get
I'm about to let the monster out, obvious. Like, one day I'm going to crack, I'm going to get on my desk. Oh my God. She's going feral in there, teach.
On the last day of school, you're like, I can't do this anymore.
She let the dog out.
Please follow our book clubs. You can find them on Fable and Goodreads under the Book Fix Pod.
Nice. Okay. To anyone who is listening, thank you so much. If you listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or anywhere you get your podcasts on, thank you so much. If you can leave a rating of 5 stars, because that really helps us, and a review recommending us our next read, that would be great. We take our reviews or our recommendations really seriously. So please recommend a book. Something that'll make me crack up. That's what I want right now.
You want to just giggle. So if you're looking for a way to support us just a little bit more, we do have a Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/bookfix. But if you don't want the commitment of monthly, then you can also find us on Ko-fi, which is ko-fi.com/thebookfix, or buymeacoffee.com/thebookfix.
If you are watching us, thank you so much. If you can please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because we post every Tuesday and Thursday. It is currently the end of the month, meaning that this week is our final character AI that came out on Tuesday. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to miss her.
I miss her too.
Do you ever think we'll go back?
Yeah, we will. Come on. There's so many other prompts we could do.
So many questions I want to ask Aaron Warner.
Oh my God. Just him. Nobody else.
If you want to support us on social media, you can find all our links on Linktree, linktr.ee/thebookfix. You can also find links to our book clubs there for Goodreads and for Fable. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so now we're going to read a positive and a negative review that we find on Goodreads. Which one do you want?
I'll do negative.
Okay. All right, so this review comes from Jeeves Reads Romance. They gave it 5 out of 5, and they wrote, I ate this up too fast to call it anything other than 5 stars. No, it's not Bailey's best work, but I love a hero who is so gone for his girl, and we get page after page of this man being smitten. It's spicy, unhinged, fun, with lots of forbidden tension, and I think the story will be best enjoyed by those who have been following the series. This couple falls in undeniable love at first sight, so their journey to happily ever after follows such a unique path. I liked the unpredictability of it, as well as the refreshingly different pacing. They have fantastic chemistry, and I loved our hero's determination to find a way to be together. He never wavers in his adoration for his girl, and that made for a swoony, sexy, and bingeable read. I devoured it.
Nice. This comes from Am Reads All, who gave it a 1 out of 5. This book had me feeling all kinds of emotions, cringe, secondhand embarrassment, and the urge to yeet it across the room. The step-sibling drama could have been messy fun, but instead we got an insta-love fever dream where Sig is weirdly possessive and Chloe's too busy buying overpriced eye cream to notice. Seriously, the girl can't even tell fabric softener from detergent. As for the plot twist, called it immediately. When Sig started poking around about paternity and hiring a PI, my inner Lady Sherlock was already 3 steps ahead. And the epilogue, their instant noodle romance is thriving because why not? Fiction has no limits. 1.5 out of 5 read for me, purely for the workout my eyeballs got from all that rolling.
Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
You're excited?
We haven't even said what we're reading next, and I don't want to. I want them to guess.
Yeah.
I made
They won't guess.
so many Instagrams that I just saved in my drafts because I'm like, I wonder if this is going to make it to our book fix Instagram. It's just me screaming.
Oh, really?
About the next book we're going to talk about.
Dude, I want you to... Dude, you are so funny. Listen, I'm spoiled, okay? The audience doesn't know how funny Cheli is. When you're so, like, unfiltered, no care in the world, and you're just, like, screaming on IG stories, and I'm just like, girl, you are so funny. If you would just post this, people would see how funny you are.
I'm just embarrassed. It's different.
You're so funny.
I could bark on the pod, but can I bark in real life? But opposite.
Wait, what? You bark in real life, not in the pod.
It's just so weird to me to separate that.
You're so funny, though.
Thank you.
You're so funny. One day the audience will see that.
I'll see if I post it before the episode comes out because they were really funny.
I hope so.